Hi Pisces, welcome to your October 2019 love reading. It's Rena here. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for this reading, and I've been shuffling the cards even before I pressed record, so I'm good to go. I realize now I only have 14 minutes on this disc. I should have erased the rest of the cards, but I'm going to try to... Oh wow, card fell out. Should I put it with this position? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have two cards here. And I'll hold it up. This reading is intended for people who are single and for people who are debating whether or not to remain in a relationship. The heart of the matter is the Father of Swords. This could be a person that you're involved with. This person is very cerebral. They're not emotional. And for Pisces, maybe this is like an Aquarius. That's the sign right next to you. The other air signs that are represented here. A Libra could definitely be it because we have the Justice card at the end. Libra and Gemini. Gemini is the one that you tend to have the most affinity for, I think. Libra sometimes, though, too, even though it forms in conjunction with you, I feel like that there's a creative connection between Pisces and Libra. But anyway, this person could feel kind of insensitive to you because they are so in their mind. This can be a judge, though. We did get the Justice card. This could be like you're waiting to hear the verdict. You're waiting to get divorced, in other words, or something like that. You could be uncharacteristically detached because you are, maybe moving away from a particular relationship. In the past position, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of one person helping another financially, or in some cases you being helped. But in this particular reading, it could be equal energy exchange, and that can also involve, maybe that is the kind of what the judge is deciding, who gets what. Now, the reason this is important is because I don't know if this is something that Pisces, the average Pisces person, is really into. And you may be like, your heart may be just torn apart if this was a relationship you really cared about. And maybe there was some reason why the money is an important aspect of this. Sometimes I do read that card, though, when I say energy exchange, is that one person put more into it than the other, and this might have been you, and therefore it wasn't as it should be, and because of it. Or if you were somebody who was dependent financially on this person, that they took advantage of that. Maybe you were a stay-at-home parent, and the other person lorded it over you and tried to make you seem like you were, a parasite or something, that you were sucking at their blood and taking from them and treating you like, you're worthless because you weren't bringing in money. That does happen sometimes. And obviously, a person who does that has other problems. They're obviously looking for reasons to try to make their partner feel like they're not good enough, because that's how they maintain control over you. That's like a narcissist tends to manipulate with money. And that, if this Father of Swords is a narcissist, I was saying in one of the other readings that if I see a queen or a king, and the father is a King of Swords, that I think in some cases these are narcissists, and they are using their power to, get their needs met in terms of feeling like they have control in life. And instead of feeling that inside of themselves, they're looking for victims or looking for people that they can manipulate so they can feel powerful. And the father, or the King of Swords, is also can be that's why they call it Father of Swords, because it can actually literally be somebody's father. Again, people who are parents who abuse that power. So that could somehow figure into this as well. I don't know how. I don't know if it's like with the Six of Pentacles, if you are living at home and that relationship with your father is toxic, where they are acting like, they're taking care of you, therefore you are completely under their control. And, they're when I say taking care, I mean financially. I'm not talking about if you're a teenager. I'm talking about if you're over 18. If you're like in your 20s or something, and you had to move home, or you're going to college nearby and you're trying to save money, and this person may, the Father of Swords may be an authoritarian type of father who tries to keep you from dating. Maybe they're very strict, or they're very traditional, with quotes, and they're using that as their ability to control you. Could be a cultural clash where you are, I never know, is it first generation or second generation? I think it's first generation. The person who is the offspring of immigrants who comes here, and you are raised with, I'm assuming a lot of people watching this will be Western culture, and yet your parents are old school. And even if they grow up in a Western culture too, they may have a totally different, it's very, very formal and things like that. I mean, there's some people who you don't leave the house until you're ready to get married. So if you're still single when you're 28, I remember I was working with a man from Mexico. I mean, he was he was born in the United States, but his parents were Mexican, and he was still living at home in his 20s, and that was just the norm. I heard that from more than one person, that you just stay there in home with the parents until you go off. And so maybe there's that sense of like being controlled by money, being controlled by an authoritarian parent, and you feeling like you don't have freedom in that sense. And you want to date, but they're like watching you like a hawk, even though this is like an owl, watching you like an owl. The higher message is the Hangman. This is a card of suspension. I really love this depiction of the Hangman. I love bats. I think they're so cute. And it's about, and I think it's such a great depiction of what that card represents. But, I gotta blow through this. But the Hangman could be like you feeling like something, you're waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting to get money so that you can go away to college. Maybe you've already decided secretly in your mind that you're going to go away to college. Or this Father of Swords, you are going to leave this person, but you want to do it the right way. You feel like the timing is off. So there are two cards that came out as a challenge. The Three of Cups, too much partying on somebody's part, maybe even Pisces, and too much drinking. And 10 of Wands, working too hard and playing too hard. And perhaps that if that's on your end of things, that's keeping you from having good judgment, or maybe maybe this is one of the reasons why this isn't working out between you and the Father of Swords. Perhaps they're the father of your child even, is that they're having extra relationships or flings. And perhaps drinking, carousing leads to that. You know, being too like, they always are saying they're at work, but they're really doing something else. Or maybe they're workaholics as well. And that doesn't, you know, you can't really build a relationship on it because they're gone a lot. And that creates problems. What's coming in is the Three of Swords. You may decide to cut it off very suddenly. Maybe you are that Father of Swords and you're getting to the point because you've been hurt so much, Pisces, that you feel you might be afraid that you're heartless because you just cut it off cold. But perhaps that's the best thing, to just stop the bleeding, is just to cut it off and just be very, very detached because you know it's not going to work out. The outcome is the Justice card. If this is like a legal outcome and this is in the upright position, so you will emerge victorious and you will get fair treatment. If this is relating to some kind of romantic relationship that has gone wrong, I think that you will feel a sense of now the karma is more balanced. Maybe you felt like a victim and now you're taking charge of your life and you feel like, you know, you can hold your head up high, that you didn't allow somebody else to cheat on you, to treat you like, kind of jerk you around. I think with the Hangman, it could be being jerked around. And perhaps you took the initiative and said, I'm done with you. You think that you're waiting to decide whether or not to be with me, but I actually am telling you that it's over with. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I made it. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Have a great October. Bye.